I just finished my morning workout and I did my morning reading. But before I did my morning reading, I have a question to ask you. Are you a social media addict or enthusiast? The reason why I ask this is because I am starting to revisit everything that I've been writing so far during these 21-day brain detox journey, right? And I started thinking about, okay, how can I rest today? I started asking myself these questions. How can I rest today? How can I dwell in God today? How can I live a more peaceful day? How can I have a more deep, directed moment of just deep thought through maybe painting or a hobby or something like that, right? And then I just kept reading on The Switch on the Brain, which is what I'm reading for these 21 days. And something came up about social media. Another concern this raises is whether you are or your teen is a social media enthusiast or simply a social media addict. Let's face it, we live in the social media age. So we are constantly scrolling, looking at other people's pictures and highlights and things like that. I'm guilty of it. I feel like I am obsessed with YouTube, okay? But let's continue reading. This is a very real problem, so much that researchers from Norway developed a new instrument to measure Facebook addiction called the Bergen Facebook. Okay? Addiction called the Bergen Facebook Addiction Scale. Social media has become as ubiquitous as television in our everyday lives, and this research shows that multitasking social media can be as addictive as drugs, alcohol, and chemical substance abuse. This is huge. A large number of friends on social media networks may appear impressive, but according to a new report, the more social circles a person is linked to, the more likely the social media will be a source of stress. It can also have a detrimental effect on consumer well-being because I love this concept. Because milkshake multitasking interferes with clear thinking and decision making. This is for me. Are you a multitasker? Are you multitasking? Listen to what it says. I'm going to read it again. Because milkshake multitasking. As a matter of fact, I'm having a protein shake. So I guess milkshake multitasking interferes with clear thinking and decision making, which lowers self-control and leads to rash, impulsive buying and poor eating decisions. Greater social media use is associated with a higher body mass index, increased binge eating, a lower credit score, and higher levels of credit card debt for consumers with many close friends in their social network, all caused by a lack of self-control. This alone is a handful. Whew. I really need to process this. I think I need to read this a couple more times. It says, we can become shallow. Milkshake multitasking decreases our attention, making us increasingly less able to focus on our thought habits. I need to stop using YouTube or Instagram or just scrolling. It's going to interfere with my ability to have self-control and the ability to focus on my thought habits. That's interesting. That's a handful. I don't know. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about that? I mean, I don't think I'm addicted to social media. Because I have tons of things that I do on a daily basis. So my attention goes to the kids, to the cooking, to the cleaning, to the organizing, to the homeschooling. So I'm not on social media as much. And I have stopped using Instagram. I don't really regularly post unless it's to share something. But I do have an issue with multitasking. And I am wondering right now in real time, whether I should stop multitasking altogether and just focus on one specific task at a time. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think about what I just read? Are you an enthusiast? Are you an addict? Because if you are, it means that could be interfering with your ability to have control over toxic thought patterns, or control over maybe your eating habits, control over maybe the things that you would like to do, the habits that you want to establish in your life, and you haven't been able to do it because your mind is so busy thinking, scrolling, not even thinking, scrolling, just watching and being entertained. You're detained in a state of entertainment. And that's one thing that I have decreased significantly in the past year. I don't want to be entertained. If anything, I want to learn, which is a different approach. But even that could be a little bit tricky too, because then I could find myself listening to a lot of Myron Goldman content, and I find myself watching all these videos, although they are very helpful. I can easily spend 2 hours on YouTube and I didn't even realize it, especially while I'm cooking. So let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think about this whole idea of being an enthusiast or an addict. Are you an enthusiast? Are you an addict? What do you think about multitasking? In my mind, my game plan is to focus on one task at a time, and even write those down. Keep up with my planner, my calendar. That's a big one. I need to be more organized. And although I have been very good the past 6 months, I want to say, I've been very good about writing on my calendar, my planner, especially when it comes to like homeschool stuff. I need to know exactly what I'm going to be teaching to what child, what we're going to be reviewing, what we're going to be recalling and reviewing from the past lessons. So all that to say, are you an enthusiast or an addict of social media? If so, start thinking about ways to minimize the social media consumption, and start nurturing your mind and give your mind the space to think. Do things that are gonna push you away from scrolling and actually just diving into deep reflection and seeing where your mind is at. You cannot detox your mind. You cannot change toxic thought patterns if you don't know what your thought life looks like. I hope this was helpful. I will see you on the next video. God bless.